Hello, hello. Hello. How's it going? Let me see if we're getting set up here. Hello. All right. Can everyone hear me? All right. Let's get started. All right. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining us. My name is Kai Gomez. I'm the founder of Swarms. And today we're going to be launching something that we've been building for quite some time. It's the Swarms Cloud. And essentially, it's a unified control plane for building, running, and governing multi-agent systems at scale. So essentially, the thesis here is that every major infrastructure shift creates a new type of control layer that's needed to manage complex systems as they scale. For example, virtual machines have hypervisors, containers have Kubernetes, and as more and more enterprises start to move from one agent or single agents, they're going to need a platform to manage multiple agents, especially as the complexity of those agents scale. So the Swarms Cloud is basically an all-in-one platform that lets you build, manage, and govern and observe agents as you scale from one agent to multiple agents. And so essentially, what we kept seeing is that as teams start to go from prototype and into production, there's a very long list of issues that they run into, such as managing agent configurations across different environments, coordinating how those agents hand off work. Observability is another big issue, like knowing exactly what happened on every run. And there's even more issues like governance and auditability. Like, how are you auditing the cost of each and every single agent? Another big problem is cost tracking and predicting costs in the future. Another issue is rate limit management. How do you know if you're running into rate limits? And so essentially, the Swarms cloud platform essentially allows you to solve all these issues in just one very, very simple place. So before this platform, teams would just build like scripts and internal tools and things like that, and that would work for like two or a couple agents, but it does not scale to like a massive team of 20 to 40 agents. And so the Swarms Cloud's purpose is to essentially consolidate all of these different tools into one simple place. So like you could analyze all your different types of agents. You can track costs. You can see every single run. You can manage all your different agents. And I'll be going into the platform in a bit and showing you exactly how it works and all the tools inside of it. And so the Swarms platform basically provides you and your team with all the tools that you need to deploy agents and multi-agent systems into production. But yeah, before I go into the actual platform, I just want to say that the Swarms Cloud platform is completely free. You don't have to, there's no cost or anything. And you also get $5 in free API credits. So yeah, you can get started today. And if you already have a Swarms account, you can go ahead and log in. And yeah, basically the URL is cloud.swarms.world. And so when you see my screen here, you can go to cloud.swarms.world. We released a pretty comprehensive article on Twitter today. So if you go to our Twitter, yeah, we released this comprehensive article today, just a couple of minutes ago, like 30, 40 minutes ago. If you want to learn about the platform in complete depth, you could check out that article. It has pretty much all like comprehensive overview of all the different features and capabilities that the platform has. And yeah, so you could check that out on the Swarms Corp Twitter account. So yeah, if you're interested. And so here's the platform. It's pretty simple. Looks like a pretty easy to use cloud platform. We did take inspiration from AWS, but we have AWS is quite complex, especially as like more and more tools they use. So we're really trying to create a very easy to use cloud platform. And yeah, we have like extremely simplified the architecture of the Swarms cloud. So the first page that you see here is the dashboard. So the dashboard is essentially the operational home of your workspace. It gives you the health of your entire swarm. It gives you real-time analytics across the metrics that matter in production. And you can also see things like total agents. So these are like different configurations. You can see the request volumes over the past 24 hours. You see the executions over time. You can see how many were completed. And below that, you can see some recently visited pages or apps inside the cloud platform. And you could also see recently called agents. So these are agents that have been called recently. We also see recent executions. So yeah, these are like different types of agent configurations that have been called. And here we see the recent execution. So we see these different types of agents. And below that, we have rate limits. So this is a premium tier. You have 2,000 requests per minute, 10,000 requests per hour, and 100,000 requests per day. And so, yeah, these are essentially the rate limits for today. And yeah, this is the dashboard page, and essentially has everything that you need at a quick view. Yeah, so now we can go into the more interesting pages. So yeah, this is a dashboard. This is essentially like your operational home. Anytime you want to call multi-agent structures, we have some just important information here at a glance. And the next page that we're going to go into is all the different unique configurations of the agents that you have called. So on this page, you can see every type of unique agents. For example, I call this entity summarator generator agent with Haiku. Here we have the listing tag generator agents, which uses GPT 5.4 mini, prompt architect agents, agent mail, and we go up and we can keep going. Yeah, these are all basically different agents, unique agents that you have called. And pretty soon you'll be able to see how many times you have called these agents for like forever, all historically. So yeah, anytime you use the Swarms API, this will be all the different agents that you have called in just one simple place. And you could also search by models. You could search by roles, and you could search through name. So Yuki, I use Yuki a lot. It's the Swarms customer support bot, and you can see it here. So you could also create new agents and save their configurations. You can download this to CSV. You can refresh it, and etc. So this is a pretty good page to see like all the agents that you have called before. And yeah, I use this very frequently. The next page is the execution history. So here we could see many different agents that we have called over time. I've called so many agents thousands of times. So you probably won't be seeing exactly what I'm seeing. But yeah, these are a bunch of agents that we've been calling recently. And anytime you send a request to the Swarms API, you will be seeing the execution history here. So we can see in the last 24 hours, there is an issue there. Yeah, so anytime you call the Swarms API, you'll be seeing the execution history there. This is also using an API endpoint from the Swarms API. If you go to the reference, you can see here. So these are all the logs. This endpoint is what this one is using. And you can call that and see all the times that you have, all the times that you call the Swarms API. So yeah, it's a great page feature here to help you see all the agents that you have called. And the next page is the models. So the models essentially shows every single model that the Swarms API currently supports. So we have over 1,000 models. We have, GPT 5.5, we have Claude, we have Gemini, we have Grok, of course, we have hundreds of models. We did have Fable, but Fable got taken down. So whenever Anthropic puts it back, you'll be able to use it if you can use it under their new guidelines. But Fable is pretty good. I've been using Fable quite extensively over the past few days. So it's a great model. And for example, here are the model names. And all these model names are also compatible with the Swarms GitHub framework. So the Swarms Python framework. So if you use the Swarms Python framework, you'd also find the names of models using this page. It's not just for the API. It's all models. So yeah, you could also find GPT model names. You can find Claude model names. Any model that you would want to use, we have. Yeah, so this is it's for the API, but it's also for the GitHub as well. So we have lots of models here. It's honestly like quite insane how many models we support. We support all the newest models on day one, though. So anytime a new model comes out, we always have them, and we try to maintain interoperability with all the different model providers as soon as a new model comes out. So the next page shows all the different swarm types. The swarm types are different multi-agent structures that you use in building your multi-agent applications. You could choose agent range, which requires a specific flow. So we can go here to the docs, and I could show you agent rearrange. Yeah, so this is what an API example would look like for the agent rearrange. And you have to put in a flow type, and this flow type essentially describes how the agents communicate together. Mixture of agents is an architecture that was proposed in a research paper. It's very popular, especially for any type of content related tasks. So if I look up this diagram, this is basically the architecture. It's the same one as in the research paper in the API. So sequential is a workflow in which agents, you send a task to an agent will do its work and then send it to the next agent, and they all have different responsibilities and roles. And as the pipeline goes on, then the agents do their analysis one after another. And they receive the previous agent's output as input. Another very popular multi-agent architecture or harness is the concurrent workflow. And so this architecture, basically, you give a single task to multiple agents, and then all these agents run at the same time in parallel. So we just recently modified the API to use a Python 3.14. And so it's free threaded and fully multi-threaded. And actually multi-threaded, because before Python 3.12 and before those Pythons, there was no actual multi-threading because Python is not a multi-threaded language, but now it is. So yeah, you could run a bunch of agents concurrently. 50 to, let's say, 700 agents is pretty good, but you will need more compute power to run more agents concurrently at the same time. The next architecture that we have here is group chat. So the group chat is basically a architecture in which you give a task, and then once you give a task to the agents, it's like a human group chat basically. So an agent will decide whether or not it wants to respond, and then the agents will participate in a multi-turn group conversation to reach some conclusion. So we actually just published an update to the group chat in the Swarms framework. So if you want to check that out, you can try it here. And all the code for all these harnesses or architectures is open source as well, so you can run them and see how they work. And yeah, this is basically an example of the group chats harness. And we have a bunch of other harnesses. My favorite one, or the one I use the most personally, is hierarchical swarm. So the hierarchical swarm is a very common architecture in which you have a manager or a leader or a director or some higher status agent that plans, reasons, and gives tasks to worker agents or sub agents. And so the hierarchical swarm is basically simulating the org chart of a company. And so that's how you can imagine it as. And so this is a very common architecture. We use this a lot for simulations of hedge funds, doctors, hospitals. We're running a hierarchical swarm to do marketing for swarms. So we have a marketing lead agent, and then we have a bunch of agents specialized for Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Medium, and the director essentially gives tasks to the workers. And yeah, so this is probably the architecture I personally use the most. And there's a bunch of other ones. Round robin is also pretty cool. The way that one works is that the agents take turns in a fixed rotation, and they just keep talking to each other until the task is done or all the agents have completed. Yeah, so these are all the different multi-agent architectures that we have here. We also even have an auto feature. And so based off of the input task, you would give a minor description of how you want the agents to communicate with each other. And we have an agent that will automatically determine which architecture is the best and auto-select it for you. So that's another pretty cool architecture. So yeah, we have 17 different harnesses and architectures, multi-agent architectures. On the Swarms Python framework, we have over 60. So yeah, we have a massive list of different architectures here. And yeah, so if you want to learn more about that, you can go to the Swarms GitHub. So yeah, on the SDK side, we have a page here that has all the SDKs for the Swarms API. We have, Python, which is the most popular. We have TypeScript, of course. We have Go. We have even Java. We have C# or .NET. And we also have an MCP server. So you could run the MCP server here. And here's the NPM package. And yeah, you can give this to like Cursor or Claude or any application that accepts MCP configurations. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You could see all the different types of SDKs in one place. Python, I personally use Python the most. TypeScript is also getting extremely popular because people are starting to build full stack agent applications in TypeScript. So if you're interested in any of these SDKs, you can just sign up and check out the SDK to use. So yeah. The next page we have here is the playground. So the playground essentially helps you just test different types of multi-agent systems here. So we can try just running something. The task is like the task is the main input parameter, and here we can say something like, what are the best semiconductor ETFs. You can give rules, max loops, and yeah, we can run it. So yeah, it also gives you the code as you build out this little form. It'll give you the code in different languages. So you could do Python, TypeScript, Go, and just pure JSON. So yeah, in the playground, you basically like experiment with different types of agents or swarms, and then you can get the code to put them in your app in one click. So here's the response. So semiconductor, ETFs, Van Elk, iShares is also popular. Yeah, let's see this one. Yeah, Van Elk, iShares, SOX, SDPR, S&P Semiconductor ETF X ST. That's the good one. Yeah, so you could see here like the different outputs of the agents. And here I was using concurrent. But you could choose any of the other ones. There's 16 different architecture or 17 different architectures here, and you could choose the one you want. It also shows you the tokens and the durations, and yeah. So here we could, change the language. This is Python. This is TypeScript, Go, and yeah. So the playground is a fun place to just like build and architect, experiment or prototype multi-agent systems, and then you can get the code and refine them as time goes on. And then you could see the agents very nicely here. So yeah, this is the playground page. Another pretty cool feature that we added in was to it's called a prompt generator, and essentially it auto generates prompts. So you give it a goal. So you say analyze blood data with high precision for medical diagnosis. And so you can essentially give it some details about a prompt or a system prompt or skill that you would like to generate. And the agent in the backend will automatically generate a prompt for you, because generating prompts, having agents generate prompts is pretty good. Humans building, long system prompts takes a lot of time. So you could do that very easily with this tool. So here, the main role could be blood work analyst agent. So it'll take a couple seconds. It's using Claude Sonnet 4.6 here. In the future, you'll be able to select any model of your choice. But yeah, it's an extremely good feature. I use this all the time as I'm building system prompts or skills. Building them yourself would take quite some time. And to build like a good system prompt would take like maybe 20, 30 minutes. It takes, quite a bit of some time. So here is the prompt that it made. It's 785 tokens. We could probably make it longer if we say make a 4,000 word system prompt or something. So you are a blood work analyst agent, a specialized clinical decision support system with deep expertise in hematology, clinical chemistry, and laboratory medicine. Your domain covers the interpretation of complete blood counts and et cetera, et cetera. And so it gives responsibilities, operating principles, output format, boundaries, and yeah, so that's the prompts. Very, very simple, cool feature. I personally use all the time. And you could also see the prompts that you generated here in the past. So yeah, pretty great feature. The next feature is the pricing page. So we essentially provide a pricing calculator, because as you start to scale your multi-agent systems, you're going to want to have some price observability, or you would want to predict the price of your agents. So yeah, we have different endpoints here that have different price structures. like swarm completions, individual agent completions, advanced research completions, graph workflow completions, batch grid workflow completions, and etc. And so you can give in, your agent configuration here. And so there's a 0.01% charge for a number of agents. So we have 3 agents. There'll be 0.03 cost. And you can essentially predict the cost of your agents. So something very interesting about the Swarms API and the Swarms Cloud is that we provide a nighttime discount. So all tokens between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. Pacific time, California time, there's a 50% off. And so if you click that, you'll also be able to see the night time discount. And also for Black Friday of last year, we did frenzy mode where all requests like for 24 hours were completely free. And so if Black Friday comes around, when Black Friday comes around, you'll be able to click that as well. And it's just free. We might do other cool discounts, seasons or episodes. So stay tuned for that. This is the pricing calculator page. You could predict pricing for different endpoints and things like that. And it's just a good resource to have. And API keys, you can manage, your API keys, create new piece. I'm not going to go there. This is your settings page. Very simple. You have credits. You have your appearance. We also have light mode. Yay, light mode. Or dark mode, whatever you like. It's funny because the Swarms marketplace, Swarms.world, did not have a light mode. It's never had light mode, but now we have light mode. So you could see how the platform looked like the light mode. It's beautiful, simple, and So we have light mode enabled. If you're working in the dark like I do a lot, Also, something very interesting about the sign-in page, you can sign in with Twitter, you can sign in with email, of course, you can log in with GitHub, and you can also sign in with your Phantom wallet. So if you're in Web3, you can use the cloud platform. You could just sign in with Phantom. So we're trying to be we're trying to not restrict our users based off of what geographic regions they're based in. We have users. Tens of thousands of users all over the world in different countries. America is, of course, our biggest user base, but we have tens of thousands of users in Southeast Asia and China. So you could choose whatever sign-in method you would like to use. Let me just get back in. And that's a pretty simple overview of the Swarms Cloud platform. Basically, we essentially provide you with all the tools you need to, manage specific agent configurations. You can track every time you call an agent. You can track all the models. You can check your agent's catalog. You can play around with different architectures and experiments, and you can predict pricing. And there's just so much functionality baked into the cloud platform on day one. And as time goes on, we'll be integrating a lot more functionality over time. And we'll also be improving the base platform, of course. So we have lots of updates planned in the next couple days. So if you want to try it out, it's completely free. Just go to cloud.swarms.world. It'll ask you to sign in. It's free, and we also give you $5 in free credits. And so, and also to improve your rate limits, if you are using the API a lot and you want to get a bigger rate limits, you could upgrade to our Pro or our Premium plans. The Premium is the highest plan that you can get. I could show you here. This is Swarm's Marketplace. Yeah, so you have Pro and then you have Premium. The Pro plan is $19.99 a month, and the Premium is $100 a month. And if you sign up annually, you get a 50% discount on both plans. So, yeah, basically get started with the platform, sign in, get your API keys, and then head over to the docs, and you could start building your multi-agent systems and start integrating them into your applications and start really transforming the experience of your products or starting to automate internal operations within your company. So, yeah, thank you for checking out the platform. There's still a lot more work to be done on it. We're making many improvements every single day, and in a couple of months from now, it will be a truly extraordinary platform, the first ever platform to help you manage, observe, and govern thousands of agents in production. So, yeah, let me check to see if there's been any questions thus far. All right. Kryptonian says Swarm's Cloud is live. Yes, it is. Mr. Network, let's go. Amazing. What's Kazuna? Kazuna is the latest updates to the Swarm's Python framework. So that was the code that we were using. And you can check out the Swarm's Twitter, and you'll see the update about it. So let me see if I can share it. Let me see if I can share it in the chat here. Yeah, Reserve. If you go to the Swarm's Twitter, you'll be able to see the Kazuna post. Again, Kazuma is the updates that we just made to the Swarm's Python framework, so you could check that out there. Yeah. Alex Crazy on YouTube says thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Yuki's Alpha. Yes, Yuki will be receiving a big updates very soon. Yuki is our customer support agent on the Swarm's Marketplace. It will also be coming to the Swarm's cloud platform as well. So Yuki is essentially our all-in-one customer support companion on any Swarm's products. So if you're on the Swarm's Marketplace, you could ask it to help you, with an issue. You could also ask it to summarize specific products. And so Yuki will also be coming to the Swarm's platform, Swarm's cloud platform as well. So that's going to be exciting. Kryptonian says great work. Thank you, thank you. And so if you guys joined in late or would like to rewatch the stream for any reason, you can go to our YouTube. Just look up Kai Gomez and you'll see my face. Click on the stream, and you'll be able to rewatch the whole stream because I am streaming on YouTube, Twitter, on both accounts. So if you want to rewatch the stream, head over to my YouTube and you'll be able to rewatch the whole thing. And so let's see if there's any more questions. Does anyone have any questions? Nice. Another pretty cool feature that we have planned for the cloud that I could share with y'all now is that we'll be having a visual workflow-based editor. And so using the graph workflow, you'll be able to create visual diagrams of agents talking to each other. and you'll be able to very easily like connect which agent you want to talk to another agent. And yeah, then it will give you examples and code so you can integrate it into your application. So that's going to be a pretty cool new feature coming soon. Mr. Network says, keep shipping, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you, Mr. Network. Let's go. Let's go. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. Thank you for joining in on the stream. Again, if you want to rewatch the if you want to rewatch the stream, you can go to our YouTube and check it out. Swarm's Cloud platform is free. You can try it out now. We give you $5 in free credits. And yeah, if you enjoy the stream, like, retweet, and share. And yeah, stay tuned for more updates. We have more Swarm's Marketplace updates coming soon. We'll have a big new unveiling pretty soon. I can't share too much about what it is. We'll have Swarm's API updates, of course, Swarm's Cloud updates. And yeah, there's so much more coming to the Swarm's ecosystem. Stay tuned, like and follow our Twitters. We share everything there in real time. And also join our Discord. If you want to join our Discord, go to swarms.ai and you'll find the link there. And yeah, if you have any issues, you can always reach out to me and I'll give you, support. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you had a good stream and hope you have a good day and see you soon. Thank you.